Hey, this is Erica Muller from ericasays.com. Today we are going to go over how to set up WordPress manually on your host if you do not have a cPanel with a push-button WordPress install. Okay, I am going to be recording this really fast because I have a 5-minute limit, so I'm going to be pausing in between things. So if you can't see something happening, it's because I've paused because it's a step that takes a long time. So first thing you want to do is use something like FileZilla and FTP into your hosting. You want to make sure that you're in the root directory. Here, this is a Rackspace, so you log in with your FTP, web, content, there's your root directory. You want to select all of the WordPress files which you have downloaded and unzipped, and you want to go ahead and pull them over into here and let them start loading. Okay, I'm going to pause this and be right back. Okay, while that's working, you can log into your hosting and you can add a database. Depending on your host, you may have an icon, you may have something like this little features tab, and right now it says I have 0 databases, so I'm going to add a database. Okay, and I'm just going to give it a name and continue. Okay, that's going to make that made the database. It's created. Now I need to create a user for the database. So I'm going to just call it test user and give it a password, testing WP for WordPress. Testing, capital W, small p. Alright, and finish. Oops, looks like I made a mistake. Passwords must contain at least one numeric character, so we're going to say testing 1. Alrighty, so now I have a database which is still creating. It takes a few minutes for it to be ready to use, and the user for that database. Okay, so now that the WordPress files are all uploaded and we have, hold just a second. Okay, so anyways, you'll come back here to your FTP program and you'll look for this file called WordPress config sample. You're going to want to rename that file, so right click and rename. You only want it to be called WordPress or wp-config.php. Then you want to right click, view and edit, and this should open it up in Notepad or a plain text editor. And you will want to input the information from your database that you just created. So you're going to have your database name right here. You're going to put in your database username that you just created and the password. Then you're going to grab your host name. Now in some cases this is called my local host or just local host. In ours it is called MySQL something. It's a long line, so you'll see here's the database we made, and you can just copy and paste all this stuff. There's our host name, database name, here's our database user down here, and then that password that we just created. So you have all of those. Then you want to take this URL that is given to you right here, and this is called a salt key. It's a unique 6-line key. You can see it right here. And all you do is you copy and paste this into the browser, and you just copy and paste this key that they give you back into your file. You save the file, then you go back over here and say it's been saved, and you say yes, so it will re-upload it and change it. So now it's called WordPress config. You come back over and let's see here, you visit your URL and you'll have, if everything's set up correctly, you'll have this WordPress install page where you set up your title, your admin, and your password, and you'll be done.